So ran into something of an issue when I was recording this initially. That's why this box is not in a box. Anyways, what we have here is a Nike box with some Nike shoes in it because that's how the world works. So this particular box I wanted, well, the shoes in this box I wanted when I first saw them. The price, I saw that a little while later, and then I was like, do I? Then, you think about it, then like the moment comes and it's partially impulse buy, partially you think you want it, or you're sure you want it, I mean. You don't know until you get it sometimes. But anyway, so as you see on the side, Gyakusou, right? By Undercover Labs. I'm not super familiar with that. I'll put a link up to somebody who is kind of familiar with it though, and they can give you the little backstory because I don't know it, and I feel like to find it and put it in some sort of wording would just make for a lot of words that you probably don't want to read and would rather hear, right? It's a convenience thing. So, looking at this on the inside again, it's got some pretty nice packaging here, as it was with the outside with the pull-out box, which I'm a fan of. Let's see if I can get that up. Things are kind of, well, whatever. So, these right here. Let's get into it. Pegasus 35 Turbo. It's the guy in one of the Gyakusou colorways. So there was another color in green which I considered getting, but ultimately I chose this because I have a lot of green shoes as it is, and this one also to me just looked better. So let's get into this. Across the bottom, across the sole here, it's the normal Zoom X as is standard on the Pegasus 35 Turbos. Super comfortable. I'm not a huge fan of this point thing on the back of there though. That, when I don't know, it's functional, right? Like, it's a functional design, because I noticed that as I'm running and walking and all that. I see where it comes in, but I don't like it. You know what I mean? I just don't like it visually. But because it makes sense and, isn't really taking away anything from me, I'm not going to complain about it. It's just one of those things that, you look at it like, not for me. But everything else about this shoe though, like the weight of these things, they're so light. It's like 9 ounces or 8 ounces. I forget for a size 10. This being a size 9, it's going to be just a little under that. Across the top here, you got the Gyakusou label. So I like that. On the normal ones, the ones that are just standard Pegasus 35 Turbos, it's a black or whatever color stripe, and it just looks kind of cheap and weird and out of place to me, and I don't really care for that. But on these it works. And then it comes down, and as normal it comes across to the bottom, but this time instead of like here it is going to black from black to black, here it goes into that yellow color. So I do like that because I like colors. I like them to stand out just a bit. And then again, the rest of the sole is just kind of like some white in the middle, some black on the back and the front, with some white in the middle, with sprinkled in between the black areas. So just from that part alone, just the sole alone, it's like you can tell that a little bit more time seemed to have gone into these. But moving past that, onto the rest of the upper part of the shoe. Man, I don't know what's going on here, but this gray part here around the toe box and on the heel cup area, that is some fine material right there. It's really soft. It's not suede or nubuck or anything like that, but whatever it is, it's just really nice. I can't even say what it is. It almost feels like a nice cotton sort of thing, but I'm not going to even try to explain that because I can't. Moving past that, you've got the normal mesh style. You can kind of see, let's get this guy out of here. You can kind of see into there, right? Because these things are made to be very breathable. The lighting isn't so great, but from the right angles, you can kind of see inside. Because that's what also leads to them being super light, is that there's not a whole lot going on with the shoe itself. You see that? How it's just Yeah, maybe it's coming up. But looking at these again, all around, you can tell that more went into these than usual. I mean, this, even like the lacing system here, like this one with the VaporMax utility style with the strap and the clip thing there. This just like normal laces. So these were a retail price of 200 right here, which, you know, it's a bit, right? The other ones are standard at a 180, and I can definitely see where that extra $20 came in. Now you can make the argument of like the materials that go into making these shoes are dirt cheap, and like you could probably like do the math and everything probably come out to $20 maybe to like buy what went into this shoe. I get that, but just as a package deal made for me and sold to me, I see where the $20 is being asked. Anywho, there's also a nice little touch on the inside there. Got the green insole with the same label from the outside, Gyakusou, and then something about Undercover Lab, which again, I don't know anything about that, but there will be a link somewhere around here to a guy who can at least talk about the Gyakusous. If I am able to put links in videos, I really don't know, and if I can, I would like you to click it because that's cool, but don't click it right now because then you will go away from this, and this is what matters in the moment. So click it later. One thing I forgot to mention was that there is 3M on these shoes, so let's get some pictures in here and show you guys what that's all about, while I stall for time by speaking very slowly as these pictures pop in and pop out and maybe pop in and then pop out and we get back to the video. Yeah, anyways, moving on. So overall, this is a really nice shoe. It is. They fit true to size. That's what I'm gonna go with. I bought my last pair in a 9, ran on them three times or so. No complaints. They break in slowly but surely, I will say that. So if you're buying these to run in, give them time before you make your final judgment. Though you can feel a whole lot of comfort even just from walking in them the first time. But yeah, so that's really it for the video. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about these, and I don't have a whole lot to say about anything else. So that's it for me then. Have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your night, whatever makes sense based on where you are when you're watching this. That is it for me. That's it for Mr. Bernard the Business Bear, who does not sing nor dance apparently. But he's here, right? Help, supporting the team, the elite. All right. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching the videos. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the comments, all that stuff. It's still crazy to me that people care to hear what I have to say. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. At least not strangers on the internet. People in a room, I can be fairly charismatic. So I'm kidding. But yeah, so thanks again. Seriously. Thanks. See you later.